This is the Now Morning Show. It's a beautiful Thursday morning and we're having a good time. And if you're just waking up, well, you missed so much because, of course, the Now Morning Show is definitely on. We're talking Tobago and we have the opportunity right now to get another perspective. We're going to be chatting with the CEO of the Tobago Performing Arts Company, Mr. Elvis Rajman. Good morning, sir. Welcome to the Now Morning Show.
Good morning, and thank you for having me here this morning, and welcome to all the viewers. Good morning to everybody.
Mr. Rajman, how has TPAC been managing through this very challenging time?
Sorry, you got broke up. Can you repeat the question?
How have you been managing through this challenging time?
How has TPAC been managing through this challenging time?
Yes, sir.
Well, what we have been doing is planning, strategizing, because we see, especially with these challenging time with COVID, we needed to dig a little deeper as to how we come out post-COVID stronger, adding value to the Tobago economy, adding value to the people on the island here in Tobago. So we have been putting in the work to ensure that coming out of COVID, we are stronger and better.
Now, I'm seeing here that you have initiated an audit of the Tobago performing arts sector that has been running from the month of August into September. How has this been going?
Well, it's been going quite fine. Actually, right now, we are quite pleased and very excited and thrilled by the response we've been getting from not just from the Tobago public, but from the national community. They have certainly bought into what we are sharing and our vision at this point in time. And we have been receiving a number of calls from state enterprises, state companies functioning in Trinidad, even within the other Caribbean islands. They wanted to come on board and being a part of this new initiative. So people are responding quite nicely to our audit, and we're happy that people are partaking.
What is the audit? What is the result of the audit that you're looking for? What are you trying to achieve from doing this audit right now?
So the Tobago Performing Arts Company was created to really help diversify the economy in Tobago using the creative sector, the creative industry as a tool: dance, drama, music, film. So in order for us to really fine-tune our strategic plan, we want to hear from our stakeholders. We want to hear from the practitioners. We want to hear from the facilities. We want to hear from the managers. We want to hear from the coordinators. We want to hear from them. So when we make decisions, finally, these decisions are done in keeping with what we need to do for the people that we are serving. So we are putting in the work at this point in time because we really focusing on a data-driven approach. We want to be able to inform things based on data, not just based on what I sit in a room and think of, or the board sit in a room and think of, but what the people have to say and what the people need and want.
You mentioned the TPAC represents the performers, the Tobago performers. In fact, which performers are there in terms of categories of performers do you represent?
So could you repeat the question? It got a bit clouded at first.
Which category of performers does TPAC represent?
So we have 4 disciplines under our responsibility. We have dance, music, drama, and film. But outside of the 4 disciplines that we specifically we are treating with performers on a whole. We really want to develop the talents for singers. We want to develop the talents for people who want to get into different aspect of the art form, which is unconventional aspect of the art form. So we are really developing the holistic performer, the holistic artist in more ways than one. So as the programs start developing, we'll start adding different versions to it, different aspects to it that would add value to the development of any artist.
Now, Mr. Edmund, Mr. Rajman, sorry. I'm sure that you would agree that the artists and the performers themselves have been hit tremendously hard by this pandemic, and they've been out of work for a number of months. Is there any sort of support that is maybe financial or otherwise being extended to the artists and performers themselves?
Well, I know nationally there has been support coming to artists nationally. What I know happening in Tobago, the THA saw it fit at this point in time to invest in strongly and deeply invest in the arts. So at this point in time, we are really focusing on development and training. So there isn't any specific funds going to any particular artist. but we are developing the frameworks to really develop the artists so they could, teach a man how to fish rather than giving a man a fish. So that is the approach that we are taking. We are teaching you how to fish so you can be self-sufficient and add value to yourself, your family, and the island.
In terms of the vaccination drive, are you been reaching out to the membership in terms of trying to encourage persons to get vaccinated to come on board?
Well, that's certainly one of the things on our mandate. Quite frankly, today we start, it's very opportune that we're having this conversation now, because this morning at 10 a.m., we commenced with our first public stakeholder consultation, where we are meeting with the national public, sharing the gospel of TPAC, what the TPAC is about, what is our vision, what is our mission, what is our mandate, how do we intend to approach or roll out plans. And we want to hear from the public. So we are reaching out and getting that information. So that's where we are at this point in time.
For those who may want more information and may be able to contact you, are there contact numbers and email address that you'd like to share at this time, sir?
Yes, or email address Tobago Performing Arts Company @gmail.com, and our contact is 480-8069.
Mr. Rajman, thank you very much for chatting with us. There's so many things that we could have gone into, but of course time is not our friend this morning, but we thank you very much. I want to wish you a happy independence in advance to you, sir, and do continue to keep yourself safe through this pandemic.
But before you go, I just want to make one plug. The company has its official launch on August 31st, which is Independence Day. We have a huge production that'll be aired live on TTT, 7:30 p.m. Independence Night, 7:30 p.m. So we're asking the public to tune in and see what we have to offer. We intend to change the landscape of the creative sector here in Tobago and in Trinidad, and we want to get the buy-in and support of the general public.
Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis Rajman, CEO of TPAC, the Tobago Performing Arts Company.